If you watch a lot of gun videos on YouTube, one thing you have no shortage of is advice on choosing your carry gun. Unfortunately, some of the advice is good, but a lot of it is really bad. Let's face it, choosing a carry gun is a very personal thing. It's very subjective. It's never going to be the same for every person, but there are some steps you can go through to help you choose the best carry gun for you. Just today, I saw a video posted to YouTube by another YouTuber named Defarnicus, I think that's how you pronounce his name, where he made a video on what was the worst advice he ever got on choosing a concealed carry gun. Well, I thought, that's a great idea. That's a great video idea, so I'm going to steal it. I'm not above stealing an idea. I just won't tell people I stole it. Well, I guess I kind of just did tell you I stole it, but I can always edit this out later as long as I don't get distracted by something shiny and forget. So tonight I thought I'd do a video on what I think is the worst advice people get when it comes to choosing their concealed carry gun. I especially want to do this video tonight because it kind of plays into another video I made just the other day. I made a video the other day about surviving a terrorist attack or a mass shooter, and in that video a lot of people thought I was making a justification to carry a lower capacity gun, which isn't what I was doing at all. They completely missed the point. I was making a point that capacity is not your primary concern. But it seems like a lot of people missed that point. So I'm going to say the worst advice that I see people get a lot of the time on choosing their carry gun is kind of like what Defarnicus said when he was told to carry the biggest gun he can carry. I think the worst advice people get is carry something that's high capacity. Whatever you choose, it has to be high capacity. I just don't think capacity is that important. I don't think there's going to be enough situations where other things aren't more important and other things couldn't serve you better than capacity. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, I've never heard anyone say, I wish I had less rounds in a gunfight. Well, that's just kind of stupid, and people do tend to say stupid things. Like when everyone says, wash your hands after you pee. Why would I wash my hands after I pee? I don't know about you, but I don't go around all day sticking my penis on everything in front of me. Well, not every day. I do with my hands. So my hands are far dirtier than my penis. If anything, I should wash my hands before I go to the bathroom, wash my penis afterwards. But like I said, people say stupid things. I've also never heard anyone say, I wish I'd have had more rounds in a gunfight. So I guess those two things kind of negate each other. But to kind of show my point here, and since so many people misunderstood my other video, I'm going to go through what I think are the far more important things than capacity when it comes to choosing your carry gun. And I'm going to tell you where I think capacity belongs in that process. The first thing has nothing to do with capacity or caliber or anything. It's will you carry it? It doesn't do you any good to have one of these if you won't carry it. If this is what you'll carry, then this is a better defensive gun and this is what you should choose. This won't do you any good sitting in the safe at home if you're in a bad situation. It's better to have this with you than have this at home. So this would be the far better choice for a defensive carry gun, even though it's smaller, less powerful, etc. Once you've narrowed it down to guns you will actually carry, the next thing that will matter is how well do you shoot it. It doesn't do any good to have 16 rounds in this if you can't hit the broadside of a barn with it. If you're struggling to keep your rounds on target at 7 yards, this isn't a good carry gun. If you can shoot the wings off of a fly with this, even though it only has 8 rounds, this is a far better choice for your self-defense gun. They're both capable calibers, but this one, you shoot better. You want to hit your target. That's the most important thing. Other than having your gun on you, being able to hit your target is the most important thing when you choose your carry gun, so choose the one that you shoot better. The next thing would be, is it a capable caliber? Because all calibers are not created equal. Now, yes, it is true that pretty much any caliber will kill somebody. But if they're standing behind something or they're at a distance, you're probably going to want more advantages in that caliber. You're going to want something that's heavier, moving faster, has more penetration, maybe even better hard barrier penetration, and so on. Let's say you have these two guns right here, and you will carry both of them, and you shoot them both equally well. Well, this one has 7 rounds of .380 ACP. This one has 5 rounds of .357 Magnum. You would choose this one, even though it has less rounds, because it's a much more capable caliber. This caliber is going to be able to do far more than this gun. Even if this was a 9mm, this one's still going to be more powerful, because I know everyone says, well, you can get .380 that's more powerful and you can get 9mm that's more powerful. Doesn't matter. You can choose the most powerful one of those 2 rounds you want. There's still going to be a .357 Magnum that still beats it from similar sized guns, even from smaller guns. So this gun would be the far more capable caliber, so it'd be the right choice to me. This would be the one I would choose. Even though it has less rounds, this is the one that would be on my belt. Now next would be when capacity comes into play. Let's say you have these 2 guns here. You would carry both of them. Both of them you shoot very well. You shoot them equally well. And both of them are a capable caliber. Well, this one has 8 rounds of 9mm. This one has 18 rounds of 9mm. So of course, you would choose this one as your carry gun. In this case, there's no inherent disadvantage to the capacity of the gun. You haven't overridden things that are more important, like will you carry it, Can you shoot it? Is it a capable caliber? Now you're not sacrificing any of those more important things for capacity. You're having capacity along with those other things, and that is a good thing. Well, let's face it, if you get into a gunfight, the end of the story is you have to have your gun with you. You have to be able to hit with your gun. And if you do hit with your gun, it has to stop them. If it doesn't do those things, it doesn't matter how many more rounds are left in your gun when they kill you. Your gun wasn't adequate. That's when capacity becomes a disadvantage, when you sacrifice those other more important things. Now, there is one more time when capacity could be a disadvantage, and that kind of goes with the old military adage of sometimes an army's greatest strength is also its greatest weakness. If you start to think that capacity, that extra capacity, the fact you've got 20 or 30 rounds with you gives you some kind of advantage in a firefight that you don't really have, you'll start acting like you have an advantage. And the last thing you want to do in a firefight is act like you have an advantage, especially when you don't have one. Now, there are some people out there that don't have to compromise. They will carry the best gun they can carry. They'll carry a big gun that has high capacity, that's a capable caliber, that they shoot very well. They don't have to make any compromises. They'll carry the best gun they own. And like I said, bully to them. But most people don't have that luxury. They either can't or won't carry the best gun they can possibly buy. For one reason or another, they have to compromise. So for those people, it isn't about carrying the best carry gun possible. It's about knowing yourself and choosing the best carry gun for you.